came from nothing to something. I don't try nobody, quit the trigger. All of the gang and they come and get back. Cry me in river, keep doing my shit. Cooking up with a my knees.
This about this feeling that came when I saw her last night. Oh, she got me. I let you know the reason I saw her with another guy. So if it is enough, why do I feel this way?
Was a 14-year-old African-American girl. She was a defiant and rebellious teenager. She was in Montgomery, Alabama at the time of the incident. She came before Rosa Parks.
Claudette Colvin, a 15-year-old girl who was just on the bus one day, felt like it was time to be rebellious. It was time to be outspoken. So a white man told her, well, I need your seat. You need to get up. She told him, no, I'm not getting up voluntarily. You're not going to make me get up out of my seat. So they came and they beat and they drugged and they sent this girl to jail. So after she was arrested, the NAACP found out about what she did, and they didn't look at like what she was like. They didn't look at her personality trait. They didn't look at what type of characteristics she had. They said since she was unattractive and since she was unwed and since she had a baby, she could not be the face of history.
Dorothy Vaughan was the first African-American supervisor at NASA. She fixed technology that other white males couldn't do.
Mary Jackson was the first African-American woman to ever become a rocket engineer. She went to an all-white boys high school to achieve her goal.
Katherine G. Johnson was the best human computer at NASA. She attended high school only at the age of 10. Her job was to perform calculations for the man to travel up to space.
Katherine G. Johnson did the numbers behind John Glenn going up into space. He orbited the Earth 6 times. He wouldn't go up into space until Katherine G. Johnson, a black woman, did the numbers. What? Check.
Hidden figures, no longer hidden.
Roseville, Florida, a small town where blacks and whites lived peacefully. They walked the same roads and went to the same stores. All of this was destroyed when one lie came upon.
One lie can be put in effect in so many ways and you won't even notice it until it actually happens. Fannie Taylor accused a black man of brutally beating and raping her. And this black man was non-existent. The real story was that Fannie Taylor was covering her tracks. She cheated on her husband with a white man, but she didn't want to tell him the truth. So when she lied, she turned the whole Rosewood town upside down.
When whites in surrounding areas found out, they came to the town, they burned and lynched almost every black person in sight. Later on, when Florida legislators found out, they wrote a bill for the survivors' pain and grief.
On this devastating occasion, 150 lives was taken because one white lie destroyed many black lives.
Now, another town that met a really tragic end was Greenville, Oklahoma, also known as the Black Wall Street, or Little Africa. Now, this was a community home to a predominantly black population. Now, just because they were black doesn't mean they were broke. This was a really, really successful city. They had over 600 businesses. They had their own bank system, school system, transportation system, and the families there were actually like pretty wealthy. Now, they were open about this. They had really nice cars. Some of them even owned their own private planes. But this all came to an end one day on June 1st, 1921, where a group of white rioters decided, hey, you know, they're kind of doing better than us, so let's put them in their place. So they decided to go into town and ended up destroying 40 blocks of land, looting and destroying every business they saw in sight. They killed over 300 people, incarcerated over 3,000 of them, and left 9,000 of them homeless during the winter. Now, if Greenwood was able to become such a successful community in a society in which blacks literally had zero rights when it came to, I guess you could say, intertwining with another race. And we're in a society today where we can all be friends, we can all become partners. So there's no excuse why we can't, I guess you could say, build up our own black communities and revive the Black Wall Street.